All right, so today I had my midwife appointment. I am 34 and a half weeks, which is crazy. 2.5 weeks from full term, which is nuts. Nuts. That's less than 20 days. I've forgotten the countdown. I don't know where I am right now, but it's less than 20 days until full term, so that is just awesome. So I went into my appointment today. This is my 34-week appointment with some questions. I wanted to kind of confirm that my next appointment at 36 weeks was when I was going to be doing the Group B strep test, and it is. So she gave me a pamphlet to read on that. I haven't read it yet. I've been running errands all day, but so I'm going to be prepared for that test. And also, I asked about whether internal exams start at 36 weeks. She said it was totally up to me, that, you know, some people found them to be really uncomfortable and that it just wasn't worth it to them. They just wanted to let nature run its course and they didn't care if they went late and whatever. They were just fine with it. They wanted to just go naturally. And other people found that repeat exams helped to ripen the cervix. So I don't really have a strong aversion to getting an internal exam done. At least not now. You know, I would like to know kind of if anything is going on at all, especially since I'm still working. So I plan to have an internal exam at my 36-week appointment, and then after that, you know, I'll have an appointment at 37 and 38 and 39 and 40, and I even have one scheduled at 41 and I think 42. So I might continue to have internals. I might hate the experience and just, you know, want to go naturally. So, but I have decided to have an internal at the next exam. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah. What else did we talk about? Oh, so, well, at my appointment, I'll tell you, my weight was 11 pounds above pre-pregnancy. So that's fully clothed and after eating. So I am really impressed. And in fact, the midwife goes, you know, I don't get to say this nearly enough. And she's like, but you have done superb on your weight gain. She's like, just absolutely superb. I couldn't ask for anything better. She's like, I hardly ever get to tell patients that. She's like, but I'm really proud of you. You've done a great job. And so that made me happy. I feel like I've done a really good job on my weight gain. A lot of my friends, they gained, you know, let's see, one of my friends gained 65 pounds and the other one gained at least 60 pounds with their pregnancy, and I was just kind of concerned that I was going to do the same thing. And already being a bigger girl, I didn't really want to do that. So I'm really happy that my metabolism has stayed fairly high through the whole pregnancy, and that all of my cravings and everything have been pretty healthy. I mean, I wanted turkey sandwiches in the beginning, and now I love peaches and you know, fresh fruit popsicles. So my sweet cravings have been fairly minimal, so that really helps. And yeah, I don't really know how else I'm doing it. I just kind of think that my body is crazy when PCOS is kicking in. And now that I'm pregnant and my hormones are all regulated, I'm kind of like a normal girl. I have, like, you know, I would have a normal metabolism, but since I'm pregnant, my metabolism is a little higher. And it just weight gain hasn't really been an issue. So I'm stoked about that. One thing I talked to my midwife, I found out that apparently on my father's side there is there's an issue with factor V clotting disorder, I think it is. So I asked her about that, and apparently, you know, you find out if you have it or you don't by just a simple blood draw. So that's what I had done at this appointment. I apologized for, you know, not letting him know early in the pregnancy, but my aunt just called my dad kind of out of the blue and was like, "Yo, just so you know, we have factor V in our family, and it was an issue for my cousin when she delivered." And I was just kind of like, seriously? I've been pregnant for months now and you didn't tell me this. So I'm waiting on the results for that. I'm going to put a link in my belly down below for information on factor V. I found in my research that it's more prevalent in Sweden, so that kind of makes sense with my heritage. Yeah. Goodness, what else did we do? She gave us a little pop quiz about, you know, what do you do if you're sleeping and then all of a sudden, you know, you wake up to go to the bathroom and you kind of pee yourself and then you think it's done and then you go and lay back down and then you kind of still feel leaking and so you wake up your husband and he goes, and she pointed to Chris and Chris goes, your water broke. And she goes, so now what do you do? And so she gave us that little mini quiz, and of course the answer is you call the doctor and let them know that your water broke, and they will work with you to form a game plan based on whether or not you're having contractions, what time it is, whether or not I'm group B strep positive or not. And yeah, so that was a good reminder, and a reminder for you guys that, you know, when your water does break, you want to note if there's a smell and if there's a color. It should be kind of clear to yellow to white or something, I don't remember, but if it's green or brown, then that probably means that she's passed meconium, her first poop, and that shows a sign of stress in the baby, so they'll want to know that. The issue if you have group B strep and your water breaks is that if water is coming out, bacteria can go in. So if you have group B strep at my hospital, what they want you to do is they'll put in an IV and they want you to have 2 courses of antibiotics, which I guess is just penicillin, 4 hours apart, and the last one is an hour before delivery. So there you go. I asked if, you know, having, you know, so you would have to have an IV put in, and she was like, yes, you would have to have an IV, but you wouldn't have to be hooked up to it the whole time. It would just, you know, need to be in there while you were getting the antibiotics, so that's good. And I remember from my childbirth class that she encouraged us to, if we did have to get an IV, to not get it in our hand, but to try to get it up on our arm so that it was kind of out of the way and you could move. I don't know what you guys think of that advice, but that was the advice given to me. So yeah, that was my 32-week midwife appointment. It went really good. I was told I was superb, so I walked out there happy. Oh, duh. One other thing is, you know, I always give a urine sample, and so today I was traced for proteins, which isn't a big deal, but I was spilling sugar, and I've never spilled sugar before. So she looked up what my glucose test was, which was a 85, I think. Yeah, my 1 hour glucose results was 85, which is really good. So she was like, so we're not going to blame you. What did you have for breakfast? And I go, well, Chris bought this new cereal. It's Trader Joe's, it's like Trader Joe's version of Honey Bunches of Oats. I was like, so I had a bowl of that with fat-free milk and half a nectarine. And she was like, well, we're going to blame the cereal because she's like, look at how many carbs is in the cereal and what the serving size is. And I was like, well, it's the first time I had it and I didn't really like it all that much, so I don't feel the need to finish the box and Chris can eat it. So I was kind of glad that she didn't get mad at me and she just blamed it on my food. So got to do better. Usually we have eggs on Saturday morning. You know, we have kind of like a real breakfast, but I felt like cereal today. So I had kind of some heartburn and I just really wanted milk. So that bit me in the butt, but that's fine. I think that's about it. Yeah. So that was my midwife appointment. Super exciting, huh? I'll let you know about the results from my Factor V test, probably in my next update. When I know, you'll know. And yeah, that's it. Super exciting. Have a great day, guys. Bye.